Hey, everyone.
Hi.
Welcome to the patch.
I've moved chairs.
It's Gus, Ryan, Ashley, Gus.
Yeah.
It's back.
People started defending the double intro.
There was so much popular outcry, and it went back and forth, and there was intense debate.
The one thing that I really like about the E compared to the S is the fact that the eject button is no longer that touch-sensitive thing on the top. Because when you're sitting up close to it with like a games case or something, you always invariably end up hitting that eject button.
I just don't understand how that got through testing. But actual real people using it, 9 times out of 10, you push that button, you go, God damn it!
Yeah.
No one wants to hit it.
I mean, I guess devil's advocate. Most people aren't sitting a foot away from their Xbox. I mean, the games cases are really especially bad because you have to reach over the Xbox to get to the volume controls or the power on the TV. So you especially have to be careful there. But in most cases, the Xbox is across the room. It's sitting on a shelf.
But even so, I've almost never hit it intentionally. It's like trying to change an input on the TV or adjust something, and suddenly there your Xbox is punching you in the stomach with a disc, and you worry that you just burned out the drive. It's the worst.
Yeah, in fact, it just happened right before we went live here. In the control room, someone had set down like a cup of iced coffee in front of their Xbox, accidentally brushed the eject, turned around and didn't notice that the drive was ejecting, and the drive started pushing the coffee over. And Blaine lost the ability to speak. He just started going, and he had to run over and grab it before it fell on someone's keyboard.
Yeah,
Nice.
there's a time when language fails.
Yeah.
Coffee about to fall all over electronics. That's one of those
Immediate
times.
problem. Fix.
Did you see the thing that Guy made? He made like this little hardware device
To get the shiny
to
Pokemon.
get shiny Pokemon.
Yeah, I'm not a
Yeah.
Pokemon. Yeah, I
Pokemans.
can't even not do it.
Pokemaster.
I'm not a big fan of that, but man, that guy. Props to him. That was impressive. I want to build one of those now
essentially-
just to do it.
Real
I
fast
just
as an
like when he
explanation.
noticed.
Yeah.
He realized that when a shiny Pokemon was going to come up, that the screen stayed black for 1.4 seconds longer because it had to load an extra animation. So he taped a little light
It's on
sensor to the
screen,
bottom
actually.
screen. Yeah, and then attached it to a little circuit board that he built.
He built an Adreno-based system.
And then he just had it sit there and try to catch Pokemon over and over and over, and he would run away from the battle.
Yeah, he actually connected wires to the button controls on the DS board.
Right.
So it would send signals to cast, and then there's
Run
a couple
away,
other
yeah.
buttons.
So this
that
guy
it
is
had to
not
do.
messing around.
And
No,
then,
he's
and
serious.
then when it took 1.4 seconds extra to load, he knew a shiny was coming up. It would make an audible alarm. Then he would go over and then he would, catch it.
Yeah, no, it was impressive. He's catching Pokemon at 120% efficiency. He's over the max.
That's ridiculous. I mean, I've heard they're rare, but are they that rare?
Well,
I really
apparently.
don't know. I haven't seen one or anything yet, but I also haven't put in enough playtime that I would expect to. But that seems like that's a lot of
Well,
dedication.
Let's put it this way. It's got to be rare enough to where this was the easier solution. It's like all of that work, easier than catching the shiny Pokemon.
All right, well,
The cloud side system seems to be having a lot of trouble lately. I mean, so GCA obviously had a huge issue. There were some reports of Battlefield 4 people losing their, character information. And then I think I've heard a couple rumblings that Ghosts has had a similar problem.
Yeah, a friend of mine, Batman also has that problem. A friend of mine was
Really?
playing Batman for several hours and got a corrupted save and it got fucked up.
Did all these people have like one cloud service provider that they were going through, and did that person just really didn't have their shit together, or what? But
they're all using the same guy.
yeah, it's
He's like-
Tom,
he's
Tom the
like-
cloud guy.
I'm the cloud guy. It's
pretty cheap. It's in
got
Russia.
He's got a computer over there.
You want save game? Okay, I save.
Backup, sure. It's
I
fucking-
write it down for you. I keep it on back on Notepad.
It's
yeah.
cousin Roman. He's branched out.
Want to go bowling?
There was other news this week regarding the Steam Box. So Valve released the prototype of what they pictured the Steam Box will look like. Which
Looks like a box.
I was kind of surprised.
Square.
Yep.
Well-
Console-ish.
There it is.
There's a picture.
It looks like an
Look, it's got a power button on the side. It's a sexy black case.
It looks like an HTPC to me.
It does.
It does.
Yeah, or
Absolutely.
DVR.
Well, it's because
or-
it's when you get down to it, it is a living room PC.
Yeah.
That's what that is supposed to be.
And they're not going to make any of those first party. They're going to make controllers first party.
Well,
But-
that one is going to be first party. That's
Their
their
demo,
prototype,
the
their
betas, yeah.
testing thing. But yeah, that's not what their hardware partners are making.
Right.
And
They still haven't tacked down a spec, right? I mean, and that's what part of this demo process
they
is.
had
is-
it's
no,
like a
they've-
range of specs. It's
Yeah,
like
Yeah.
three
they've
tiers.
said
Yeah.
basically, look, we're making an operating system. These hardware partners, they're going to make their own machines that will run this operating system. but they're going to vary for depending on like if they want to go for performance, if they want to go for like a really tiny size, if they want to go for something that's super cheap. They can do whatever they want. They can put their own specs in them there, so there'll be a huge range of Steam.
Can you catch a shiny
machines.
Pokemon with a Steam box? Is the real question everyone wants to know.
Well, with a little bit of wire and know-how, sure. What I really wonder is if that's going to end up taking this the way of the Android tablet market, because I mean, there's everything from a really crappy knockoff up to things like the Kindle Fire, and that'll means that it may just get really confusing for the consumer unless there's something that really tags it down.
It's true, but like in the end, it is a gaming PC.
Yeah.
The thing that makes it different more than
It's an
anything
Alienware
is just the controller. That's like the sort of standardizing factor. Beyond that, it's a PC, and everyone's got completely different PCs. You know, they're like trying to nail down a spec for like what is a gaming PC. Like you can't do that, and so they're really going with that philosophy for this too.
What I'm hoping is that they at least have tiers that they can glump these machines into. Like this is a tier 1 Steam box, a tier 2, and a tier 3. Like this game, which is really graphics intensive, you know, requires a tier 3. This one, which is, you know, not quite as complex, you can play on a tier 1.
I think they were saying something about they want to build like into like the Steam OS, be like you can like the machine that you're using this on right now can play this game really well or this game really well.
Recommended settings or
just so it'll since it knows what your specs are, it can recommend games based on what it can handle.
Yeah.
As opposed to the other way around saying get a better machine. It's saying these are the games that
I still don't get it. I mean, that's a computer.
I want one.
It is. I will
I'm
say
all for
that
it.
it's the risk there being that they're trying to move into that sort of couch gaming market, and the couch gaming market goes, this is an Xbox, this is a PlayStation, and this is a Nintendo. Because no one calls it.
It's still going to shoot them in the foot, I think, that they're not going to be able to keep it price matched with any of the other consoles because they're not going to support it through, unless they're going to start supporting it through game sales. PS4 and Xbox have got them cornered on that.
Maybe if you can make a Steam box that converts into a hat, they'll subsidize it.
My, that's a fetching chapeau and game system you have there. I tip my console to you.
Bye.
Bye.